Ryan Cohen might have just made a master move. So GameStop today announced that they entered into a collaboration through its professional sports authenticator division, PSA. PSA offers the world's largest and most trusted trading and autograph authentication and grading services. As part of this collaboration, GameStop will become an authorized PSA dealer, and PSA will provide authentication and grading services for trading cards through select GameStop stores across the US. Now, I did a little bit of digging. PSA also recently acquired SCG, so they are making more and more moves, now partnering with GameStop, and this whole entire community is going to grow and be bigger. But who owns PSA? Who owns SGC? Who PSA acquired? Well, Collectors Holdings owns both. So Collectors Holdings is partnered up with GameStop, but who owns Collectors Holdings? Collectors Holdings is co-owned by Steve Cohen. This is pretty interesting, right? Steve Cohen, the owner of New York Mets, also has correlation with GameStop. If you don't remember Point72 Capital, this was Steve Cohen's hedge fund that got absolutely clapped when GameStop ran back in 2021. You can see this article is from January 30th, 2021. Cohen's fund, Point72, lost nearly 15% during the GameStop event. See that the losses are mainly due to the company's investment in hedge fund Melvin Capital, which bet against GameStop. There was two hedge funds that provided emergency cash to Melvin Capital during the time period, and one of them was Point72. So why, a company shorting GameStop, did Steve Cohen pump some money into to save them some emergency cash? Not only did they lose that and get absolutely clapped during the meantime, but why did he do that? Especially seeing that Steve Cohen is related to Ryan Cohen. Steve and Ryan Cohen are uncles and nephews. Now, why this could have been one of the largest moves that Cohen could have made is because teaming up with ones who recently shorted your company could be a scary move, not only for other short sellers, but just an extremely bold move in general. Overall, going forward, GameStop is going to become an authorized PSA dealer. So GameStop is going to sell these trading cards, and PSA is going to provide grading as well as authentication services through GameStop for these trading cards. Overall, some positive news here. Now, if you haven't liked the video yet, guys, make sure to like the video and subscribe. Take a look at this. Chewy has had an astronomical amount of FTDs on September 20th. There's also an FTD spike a few days later on VB on September 26th, which is an ETF that holds both GameStop and Chewy. We saw that XRT, the retail ETF that holds GameStop, is shorted over 500%. And then you're seeing this in the other ETF lining up with some specific dates that we're going to talk about in 1 second, potentially using ETFs to delay settlement. Now, here's what's so interesting about the FTDs that got shown up on Chewy, and we're going to get into the charts in 1 second. Chewy decided to sell up to 500 million of its common stock to Buddy Chester Sub LLC, the selling stockholder, but then agreed to purchase 300 million of their common stock back from them. This was September 19th, and then you saw the day later that mass amount of FTDs get dropped on the stock. Also, it's time to potentially bring back Chewy on your radar as it is testing the bottom of this rising wedge. This could break below, so just be very wary. If it does break below, Chewy's going to come back all the way to $25. However, if we get a bounce here, you likely have a clean shot up to around $33.50 on Chewy, so just keep this one on your radar, as well as bringing Koss back in. Koss, as you can see here, hit this ascending support channel once, twice, and now the third time. Every time it has hit it, it has had a massive squeeze higher. You saw one back here, massive rip, another one back here, massive rip, and now you are getting that leg up and it's looking pretty good. So keep an eye on Koss as well. Bring us into AMC, 418, up 1.46%. We have not had an answer yet as to what AMC is going to do. Obviously, we know we've been tracking if you've been following the channel. AMC has to close above 435 for the significance of this downturn to be invalidated, and that's just something that we're watching right now. As of now, we are fighting resistance, and if AMC flushes here and ends up going back below 404, that will be worst case scenario for AMC. You can see that is recent support back here. GameStop 2132, basically flat on the day. If we bring in the drawings right now, this is what we see left on GameStop for the week. And if it follows this, you're going to see a lot of sideways trading until Friday, and then you get a flush Friday back to around $20.50. And then you get that move up out of this flag. This is just one potential possibility Either way, it's not something to trade right now. You can see it is in the middle of the flag that we have been trading in, meaning there's just as equal room downside as there is upside as of right now. If you don't play the trend correctly, you can get smoked here. Here's what's so interesting. Fridays normally aren't actually bad, right? The last, I don't know, 10 Fridays for GameStop have done pretty well, and that's something that we've watched. So seeing that you're going to see a flush potentially for the first time this Friday on the 18th, and then the next week run, it's going to switch up things a little bit, unless this is potentially maybe a little bit off, right? Maybe we see a pullback Thursday, and then you start to see it climb higher on Friday. Overall, this is the pattern that we're tracking on GameStop. As far as AMC goes, short interest is rising according to Ortex, sitting at 16.47%. Again, we just pay attention to that for the trend. Looking at GameStop's options chain, we are killing it. 42,000 calls compared to 12,000 puts expiring in the money, and then almost 300,000 calls expiring out of the money. All of this premium currently going to market makers, but it is only Tuesday, so that's something good to see as well. If GameStop continues to rally, screw this pattern. You could see a nasty gamma ramp going forward. Before we touch on SPY, Nvidia, Tesla, and Bitcoin, I want to tell you guys really quick, check the third link, pop in the Discord. I'm in there on the daily. There's the most amazing people. Whether you're a beginner or advanced trader, come talk stocks and crypto with us. There are no bad questions. Level yourself up. It is only a coffee a month. If you're not in any Discords, join this one. Trust me, you will not regret it. Also, if you've downloaded Moomoo at all, the free broker, that is the second link in the description. Make sure to make a deposit into there, even if it's $1. Start earning up to 15 free stocks, as well as 8.1% APY on your uninvested cash. This will hook you up as well as hook me up. Press the link, sign up, make an account. It takes 2 minutes, literally, it's so quick. And then deposit into your account to start earning all of these crazy benefits. And if you're trading as a retail trader, you're getting level 2 order book data for free, so you can see where whales are loading up and dropping off shares as you're trading, access to trading options and going short, all for free, keeping your money insured, a customizable earnings calendar, viewing other exchanges, several tools that you don't have on other platforms. Okay, the S&P 500, 581.04, down 0.5% on the day. I'm not too worried about this. There is a little bit of a gap to be filled at 580.32. Watch for the SPY to come down and base at 580 even before that next move up, potentially, right? It does not have to come that low. It can just leave that gap there until later on, maybe in 2025, get that gap filled. As of right now, there's still strength. This is a healthy pullback. Look how much it rallied and then it pulled back right here. If anything, this is just another time, in my personal opinion, to add more calls. Again, nothing I say is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I just assume the SPY is going to rip up to about 596.85 over the next, I don't know, 20 days or so. Nvidia got a flush down, could not continue higher, making a ugly double top on the chart, but it is holding the 786 on the fib at 130. Again, another buying opportunity for call options on Nvidia with a stop loss at the day's low at the wick right around 128.90. That's what I would eye up for a trade as of right now. 128.90 or 128.60 if you want to be a little bit more risky entering calls on Nvidia. If you come back up on Nvidia and get rejected at 135.30, that's going to be bearish, and then you break below this, that's our confirmation. Once you break below that 786 once again. However, if you come up and you remain strong and break above 141, Nvidia is looking extremely good. Tesla still fighting for its life here. I think it's going to stay stagnant until earnings comes up, which I believe is on October 23rd. Bitcoin, extremely beautiful, pressing up against 66,500 with some volume, with some momentum, with some strength here. And I think today or tomorrow, like I said, you get that nasty push up to 69K. It is still fighting for the uptrend, and I think Bitcoin is likely to make an all-time high pretty soon. Guys, if you haven't yet, make sure to go subscribe to my second channel before I post the first vlog. I would at least like to get 100 of you guys over there. If you guys care about podcasts, vlogs, or anything behind the scenes like that, any additional videos that doesn't have to do with the stock market, so on and so forth. So go subscribe. I'm going to leave it the top link in the description of the video. You can see right here, Lottery Vlogs. This will take you right to it. And go tell your friends and family to subscribe as well. Guys, if you want my custom indicator to add to your TradingView charts, you can see that's right there. I'm giving you it for 2 weeks for free. No strings attached. You can cancel it if you'd like, but it is pattern detection and forecasting. It detects patterns, gives you price targets, and forecasts what the stock might do, and you can mess with the time frame. So that is it. That's what I got for you guys for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.